Hey guys, today we're going to talk about commitment and how to finish what you start. Hey guys, Fran and Lynette Cunningham coming to you today to talk about commitment. And a lot of people have a hard time when they find something they want to do, committing to it. Do you have that problem? I mean, it really plays a large role in whether or not you're going to have success in what you're seeking to accomplish simply because of your commitment level.
Yeah, I mean, making a commitment's easy because it's just words. You were like, yeah, I'm gonna lose a bunch of weight, or I'm gonna start this new business, and you're all fired up in the moment. That's easy. The hard part is actually making that happen. And that's what we wanted to share with you guys today is some of the tips that Lynette and I used to make things happen throughout our life and in our current business. I read that wealthy people are quick to make a decision. Like they can see an opportunity, right? They're quick to make a decision and they're slow to change or quit. And poor people are very slow to make a decision and they're very quick to change or quit. And that is so true. So true, because it's going to be hard, right? Whether you're going to try to lose weight or you're going to start a new business, you're going to face challenges. There are going to be many more challenges than victories, I think. And that's why it's so hard to stick to what you're going to say. And so, one analogy I like to use is baseball. I'm not that great at baseball, but I know that the great hitters, the great home run hitters in baseball, they're able to see the ball and pick up where the ball's going quickly. And they more times than not are making contact with the ball versus an amateur like myself. If someone was throwing the ball 100 miles an hour, it would be a little harder for me to pick the ball up and I would strike out more often. So
I'd duck.
Duck. So it's important if you're going to be a pro and win at something in business that you're quick to see the opportunity, right? And know what opportunities look like. But more importantly, that you're slow to change. I mean, can you imagine if you were a pro baseball player and every week you were trying a different style of hitting or a different way of holding the bat? And that's what most people do in life is they get some challenges, they get some bumps in the road, and they feel like something's wrong and they need to start changing things, this and that, instead of staying the course and allowing their own skills to improve. And in doing so, starting to accomplish some of the things that you set out to accomplish. And so, first of all, just know it's not going to be easy. There's going to be challenges. And in order to ever see this thing through, quitting is not an option. Like, it's just not. Once you commit to something, quitting is not an option. And I know Lynette and I have been married for a long time, and she has an analogy that we've used that is pretty powerful too about once you make this commitment, other people are watching you, and it's important that they see you all in.
Yeah, it is because they're looking for a reason not to do it. They're looking for an opportunity to point out your failures or your lack of commitment. And the analogy is just that, if you were in a relationship with somebody and you're looking at marriage and, traditionally the man asks the woman to marry, right? And so maybe the man comes to the woman and says, listen, I really want to get married. I'm at a point where I'm 60% committed to you. What? What bride is signing up for that? No. What if he was 90% committed? You good with that? Not me. So in your business, you have to commit fully because you're looking for people to join you, to lock arms with you. And if you're not fully committed to the process, they're like, you're making me question it. I'm already, I already have my own hangups and you obviously do too. So I'm not looking to join you in that. So it's a big deal to be 100% committed.
Yeah, don't make these statements of I'm going to accomplish certain things by certain times unless you've already got a good bit of experience in that field. We've seen that many times where people will come in to the business and they'll make these proclamations, right? And then they're starting to see that they're not making the progress, and they're realizing this time came. Guys, listen, a commitment is just that you're going to accomplish certain things. And there's certain goals, certainly, that we've put timelines to, because without a timeline, it's just, to me, it's not even really a goal. But my point is this. It's more important that you commit to the process than the results. We have a saying, marry the process, divorce the results, meaning that if you stick to the process and you're true to your word, other people are going to start to observe, like, those guys are for real. She's for real, or he's for real. They're going to do this. And sooner or later, people will start buying into you. But they're never going to buy into you unless they can see that you're committed 100%, not 60%, not 99%, because they don't see the 60 or the 90 or even the 99. They'll notice that 1% or 10%, whatever it is, that they'll go, I'm not so sure they're committed. I'm not going to join them as a business partner. I'm not going to, I don't want to be a part of their company and what they're doing. So, commitment, guys, is easy. The hard part is seeing it through all the way to whatever you say the finish line is. And that's really the case. This isn't over until you say it's over.
Well, and I love that saying too. Commitment is doing what you say you're going to do long after the emotion in which you said it in is gone. How many times do you get fired up about something? You have a phenomenal day and you're like, oh, I'm crushing this. I'm gonna take it all the way. And the next day you have a bad day and you're like, oh, I quit.
Yeah.
So you have to, the commitment is doing it even when you're having difficult times, even when that emotion is gone and you're dealing with true life issues.
So guys, we hope you appreciated the message today. Certainly Lynette and I have seen that with our organization, our team, that our level of commitment is what led to the success. They never saw us waver once. And for that reason, we were able to weather the ups and downs of every business goes through ups and downs. But same will be for you. Make the commitment, people will notice and they'll buy in. And before long, you will reach those goals. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.